I got it. I got it working before. I'm gonna get to work. Try to fix the studio up. No judgments. Right, Matisse? Woo. There we go. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Having like a nice late night Saturday. Okay. Hmm. Right. So here's the first. Ah, yes. First, you have to move this freaking thing. Goodness gracious. Oh my God. Whew. Believe it or not, this thing is on aluminum. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. I know it's more interesting fixing up the studio or hold on. I guess because look at the artists. What the hell's going on out here? I'm streaming, sorry. All right. Oh, you have to fuck it up. Oh, that's it. Oh, yes, that's good. Hello? Hello? Wait, keep. Oh, oh. Okay. Really got to clean this up and start fresh. My life has just been a mess, but I had this idea for a new painting series. I'm finally about to start it. About to take this mess of a. I'm not even going to get into it. Let's just paint. I don't even know what colors are which anymore. They're all so messed up. But hey, at the end of the day, still got oil paint, so that's a blessing. Now I'm just talking to myself in here, I think, but that's okay. Man, I remember back in the day, I used to get tens, sometimes even 20s of worth of people in the chat. But ultimately, I think I'm just doing this to for myself, for my own documentation. It's not really so much about streaming to the world like it used to be. It's more so about, having documentation and how if somebody's in here, then oh, was good. Yo, no freaking way. Guardian. Are you seriously a member right now? Like what? Oh no, no, you're not. You're just number one. Finish using my rose toy. Get a good. What is wait, rose toy? I was just using my rose toy earlier today, actually. You don't have to go to sleep. You can just vibe out. I mean, you know, that's always a good thing to do. Vibes and stuff. Looking for the titanium white. Hello, titanium white. Where are you? You never know where you're gonna find a titanium white in this fucking mess of a studio. But hey, that's artists, We're just messy people. The heck did I put my freaking white paint? Oh, wait, no, no. Oh, here we go. That's pretty white. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, you haven't really seen them close up. Right now, I'm going into a whole entire new process, pretty much completely like AI just destroyed me and like, but also reinvented my mind. Like now, I'm focusing on the painting like as object. Like, how can I create a painting that can never be made by AI? You know, something that when you look at it, you're not just like the objectness of it. Like, become it has an artifacthood. You know, like there's a hole right there, and then on the back of it, I mean, look at this. That is just that's more than an image, you know, because there's always when you see the images in the world have saturated, you know, everything. You can see a fucking beautiful painting, press one button, right? But to be able to connect, to really feel this, you know, not just a ghost of an artifact, you have to stand in front of the painting, like you have to feel, you know, the presence of what was once touched by another human being. I mean, that's the future that we're living in. Honestly, it's the future is human. I mean, what's the couple years we have left, of course. Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? Okay. What was I doing? I'm very oh yes, white. Titanium white. And oh man. Where did I put my canvas pliers? Hmm. Gosh, I just misplaced everything. But you know, the greatest part about having an insane studio is that you can pretty much use anything to do like whatever, you know, look at this. Freaking there we go. Yeah. Now that's a workout for you. See an AI do that? I don't think so. No, no, no. All right. Ooh, here we go. Yeah. You have a dishonored blue and red. Ugh. Ooh, there can be only one primary color, and it is not you. Ugh. Okay. Mm. You know, there's something, you know, everyone just oil on canvas, you know, oil on blah blah blah. Guess what this is on? I would say it's pretty contemporary if you ask me. It's oil on you hear that? Prepared aluminum surface. How's it going? We go, yo, what's good, Josh? Dead Star, what up, yo? Long time no see. I got inspired again to I'm gonna be doing a new series. So, you know, not gonna lie, like AI, like I learned how to use AI, and you're gonna hear me talk a lot about this since I do plan on bringing back the streaming. Like I'm doing a renaissance of streaming. You know, it's humanity needs to connect now more than ever, and I basically spent a good 20 months or so just completely learning everything there is to know about a process. I mean, everything about AI really, but the process known as diffusion, which is how image generation happens. And it's just interesting thinking about how diffusion, you know, how similar it is to the way that the brain works. You know, at the end of the day, you're pulling an image from static. You know, the image is already there, but it's like a video game. You know, you can't have every asset completely rendered all the time. You know, but you're not really moving. At the end of the day, you're moving towards the idea, but it just hasn't been rendered in real time. So right now, I'm moving towards something. I don't know what. I might no clip, but we'll see. Buffering. What is that? This is oh well, that's some old paintings that I'm kind of just going over. I didn't really like this one. I mean, I love my boys, but maybe Christian, Chared Lee's, Harley from Epic Mealtime, Danny Duncan. They came over and I did a painting of them. But honestly, you know, I never really liked this one. It was part of a series, and I like all of them as people, but the image, the painting didn't really resonate with me. I didn't think it was actually that successful. That's right. I got a mustache now. But it's not about me. It's about documentation of this process. Even Christina? Dude, what are you talking about? Christina. Who's Christina? That's people. How's this? What is that? Christina. Wait, is this Christina? I don't know. I only know one Christina. I'm a very confused, insane person. Quite jaded now. That's what he goes by? Oh, you're talking about Christian. That's right, because of the whole fucked up, like, other Christian situation with the pedo thing. I forgot about that. Dude, I haven't hung out with Chris in years, dude. I haven't hung out with anybody years. Crazy. Seriously. I mean, it must suck so badly to have, like, your name like, you're such a successful skateboarder that you literally created a trick that is in the skate video game, and yet your name is tarnished by some insane, like, furry, weird, trans, um, internet fucking joke. You know 'em? Yeah, I know 'em. That's the whole thing. That's really what, like, people are what make me, you know, love painting, that's why, always like to have people around the studio, just for the energy, even if I don't even know who they are, and just but the times are back. This house was empty for so long, but not anymore. Now, we're back to the old days. I mean, honestly, one day. It's insane. Oh, good. Okay, okay, okay. Can I see? Oh, wow. Imagine just walking out of your freaking studio and then this happening. Streaming? Epic. You're capitalizing, yeah. Feels so well, ugh. Oh, the stuff again. A classic, and you remember this? Oh, it's a my giant phase base painting, which he still hasn't picked. No, I mean, I honestly, it's my bad. I need to. There's a lot of paintings that I'm supposed to chip out and give to people, and I'm just literally the fucking worst of it. Like seriously, I have the paintings. Like, the paintings are shit. Like I have this painting that's supposed to be given to like little Peach now. Peach for him for like literally years now. I'm just like, but if the person really wants it bad enough, it's a, look, it's a sort of they have to. I'm not going to go out of my way to give them a hand painted oil painting of themselves. I don't paint it as it's not fan art. I know these people. It's the energy the that interests me about them. Their projected ego identity that gives them the essence that is them. You know, people, minds. I think that's why I got so obsessed and torn away from painting is because I went too deeply into the neurological sort of aspect of what it means to be human, to have experience, to, if you want to get into the problem with other minds and Descartes and philosophy, and, but then we'll go to Carl Jung, and then we're going to don't get me started on this, you know. But first and foremost, these new paintings are about objecthood or artifacthood, about the material, about being in love with something that can connect, a frequency. A machine can make a perfect anything better than a human being, like just easily. That's the world we live in. But what it can never do is it can never ever connect to a human being. You can never see something made by a machine and be like, that was made by something that understands what it means to make it in the same way that I understand what it means to make it. There's just different ways of approaching how we do things now. It's fucking depressing as hell. We got AI psychosis. We got AI delusion. Yeah, trust me, I've gone through the fucking A through Z of them all. You know, I'm been way ahead of it. I've been building multimodal, crazy agentic things like full stack agents for over a year now, and now people are just now starting to like learn how to use freaking Claude. But Claude is impressive. Not gonna lie, Claude is the most impressive um by accident sort of AI, I believe. But definitely the most impressive on purpose is Grok. But that's because Elon's just kind of like wagging his dick around. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, that's right. Grok will do. See, Elon understands a future that is already here. That's why he's like, fuck copyright, fuck literally anything. It does not matter. Like, humanity must do what humanity must do. No one is gonna stop us in the end. You know, it's like trying to tell a fucking 16-year-old not to smoke weed. You know, don't smoke weed. What do you think the 16-year-old is gonna do? Smoke weed, get in trouble. Okay. Where mm, ooh, oh, shit. Mm. Kidding. Eddie from Kick spending his crypto billions. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know way, 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 way. Ooh, can't wait to become a freaking high score. My wife's actually was my wife's. I inherited it by her getting a new one and me finding it on the ground and being like, ooh, it's still got zero left in it. Hell yeah. Tastes like a campfire. But what can I say? All right, let's get to it. It's time to paint. All right. Ooh. Maybe I'll do something graceful, sort of like, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there celebrating watching the stream. It's a little bit too lemon yellow, though. I'm really going for more of like a green thing. So fix that. I really want like a light green white. You know, this one, who you guys, you are not gonna believe what it's gonna be. You really won't. You're gonna have no idea. This new series, it's gonna be something. I'll tell you what. What is it gonna be? Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll see. I mean, we'll all see. I'm guessing you are a painter. Me? Nah, nah. I'm actually an emerging platform. I operate at the intersection of technology and fine art in a way where, I mean, in a weird way, kind of nowhere else, no one else, at least that I know, in the world actually does quite it sits quite where I'm at, which is a pretty intense understanding, for whatever reason, of Jungian and Freudian psychoanalysis, as well as fine art because of my grandfather. I grew up with it. It was kind of like trained into me in a weird way. And then that became a huge part of my process as a painter and just a human being. That combined with the fact that my dad was a doctor into computer engineering and kind of taught my brothers and I something called psychoneuromuscular kinesiology, where we had to learn to learn to visualize and understand and focus the human body. So it's the human body, the mind, and just energy and how what it means to be human. You know, psycho, the mind, neural or psycho, neural. So kinesiology is the movement, mind, muscular, obviously. Kick is in the house, budding and still pain. Uh, Dude, I heard that people are going bots are going crazy. Like people are just going into other people's streams and just buying bots like for kicks, shits and giggles. Like what? That is actually like a really good way to just completely troll somebody. Like if you don't like somebody, like really don't like somebody, and you want to just completely like destroy their social media game, just freaking like order like 10,000 bots on their account and just you can just do that and just spam bot somebody's account. It's a terrible thing to do. And it looks like that person just wants really badly to have extra followers and has no engagement. Could you imagine doing that? I know people who would. Man, I really need some more titanium white. Gosh darn it. Well, I think we've kind of gotten to the point with this where I have to do something drastic here. There we go. Get up in there. Yep. I know. It's a crime against nature. Surgery. They did surgery on a paint tube. Get in there. God, my fucking hands are so bad. Like, I'm gonna go to the doctor and figure my shit out, dude. It sucks. Got some sort of. This just comes with being an artist and using your hands and flute and everything I've done throughout my life. I'm 33 and I have to fucking deal with carpal tunnel and shit. Fucking, I can try to accessorize it as much as I want, but one of the reasons I haven't been streaming as much is fucking embarrassing and you know I can't paint a lot of the ways I used to, but that's why I have to find a different way to make painting mean something to me. I can still make something extremely realistic, but it's like I don't even want to anymore. And if I did, it would take so much longer. Now I'm more interested in capturing like the feeling of something that exists within, the object. So, you find the image yourself. That's, it's something that you have to look at the painting with your own eyes, not just the image of it that you see on the screen, but you have to see it and find the image for yourself. I'm not handing you an image. It's something that asks a little bit out of the viewer. And I think it makes the paintings operate on a much uh, higher level, but at the same time, it makes them more difficult to access, especially in a world so highly saturated with beautiful, stunning computer generated imagery. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Ah, fucking hell, dude. So embarrassing and sad. Anyone who's been in my streams for a while, see the kind of shit that I do so gracefully. And now look at me. I just need to take better care of myself too. These years that I spent just essentially in isolation from everyone, everything, learning AI because, the thing for me is it's like I'm terrified of it. And so when I'm scared of something, it's like a gun, you get obviously if war breaks out, you're gonna want to know how to use the gun, even if you don't necessarily really fucks with guns. It's just you got to. And so that's the Mr. Miyagi thing. I'll tell you right now. Out of all 3 people in here, I have spent a combined of the amount of time I've spent learning AI shit, building AI shit. Could talk about it for literally ever, but I feel like all that you're gonna hear nowadays everywhere you go, AI this, AI that. Well, look at that. You know, where are you going to find this? Where are you gonna find that? That's the thing about painting, doing something physically, is that in time, the time that we exist in this reality right here, that's like that is essentially like zero point 0.6 seconds of my existence right there. That's zero point 0.6 seconds of my life in that color and that gesture in that moment. That is me. That is a piece of that is my blood, essentially. There's another piece of me. Oh fuck, yeah, yes. Oh fuck, yeah. I can see you press up to get that. Mhm. Oh wow, acrylic painting is my favorite. Fuck yeah, dude. How you been, dude? You haven't learned nothing about AI. Oh, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I both envy and am terrified for you because we are being made to live in a world where you either use it or get used by people who use it against you. Because it is that weaponizable of a thing where you're either going to be fed misinformation, manipulated, literally spied upon, or see, the thing is, we have evolved. I guess is one word for it as humans, where those 3 little letters ART, they went from art. What is art? It is something that a human being makes. Cave paintings on walls, whatever. But then we went from art to now all of a sudden art. It doesn't serve an actual function. Art is something made by a human being that is simply exists as an object of beauty be appreciated as what art is, which is what is useless, really. But just because it's useless doesn't mean that it's worthless. Which people kind of confuse the two. And from art, we get to artificial. Artificial being something made by man, language, bridge, anything made by man that serves function. That because something natural that won't do, make it artificial. Serves function. There we go. But then we walk the line of what happens when you take something ART and add this on the end of it. Artifice, that's when you get that negative connotation in there. Now, artifice, something that is artificial, but attempts to parade around as being real. Now that's when people get tricked. That's what a lot of that's the misinformation. That's what's happening a lot nowadays. It's getting to a point now where unless you use some sort of like uh determination filter model to be able to tell if something is literally AI generated or not, you've got to have a really, really damn good ear, a really damn good eye to see the diffusion uh, artifacts nowadays, or to hear the lossless artifacts in the audio because they are just Suno 5.5 engine, completely insane. GPT, Nano Banana, everything that's happening as far as like stable diffusion is going. It's unbelievable, really. That and what's really crazy is you know, they've given people, just anyone, access to these tools, but they did it on purpose. There's the AI slop. It's intentional. It's intentional. Why does it look like you're getting paint out of an avocado? Because I am. This color's like alien skin. Yeah. Hmm. I know. What I want is I want for it to be a very desaturated sort of off green. So in order to do that, I have to put a little bit more green in there. There we go. We put that right. It's this guy. It's a boxer. That's what it is. Yeah. That's complementary color, of course, to neutralize because that's just how we do it. Give me what lives within. Oh, well, look at that. That is delicious. Mm, but also terrible. Okay. How should I go about doing this? I think I'm gonna get palette and knife it up. Actually, you know what works really well at this stage? Tampon. Get the tampon. I know it's weird, but hey, you find these strategies and tricks out. What are you gonna do? So, all their work. Okay. Oh, hi, okay. Okay, I gotta go into my bedroom and cover up. Don't want to see a tie sleeping. That's a shame. So, okay. Oh, what is that's special. Yeah, things are going on here. The vibes. The vibes surviving. All right. Try to collect a little bit of energy. Back to it. Okay, here we go. Now, bet you and never seen anybody do this before. Right? I feel like yeah, based on with the sounds of the sure, I probably would honestly. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Now this is a technique. Very, very oh damn it. What have I done? Shit. Okay. God damn it. It's all in the technique. Fucking hell. It's a goddamn carpal tunnel is what it is. Well, I'll use that one later. Since crying over spilled tampons. Where'd the other ones go? Hmm. That's the whole thing. No, wait, what is? What's the whole thing? See, I don't know any of the whole things anymore. I used to. I've been so. I mean, I know all the things about AI. I fucking really went to fucking. Uh, you could call it a psychosis, but that word is just doesn't even do it justice. So let's see. No, but he's better watch out, buddy. Right here, my mind tells me that tape is here. Yes. See, sometimes people are like, "What the hell? How do you?" This is just the way my mind works. I don't fucking get it. It's sad and annoying. Back when I used to be able to do Adderall, in my youth, I used to have a little bit better of a control over things like that. But nowadays, it's just it's honestly diminishing returns. Eventually, it's a terrible thing that they just decided kids should be put on this drug. Why? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Oops. Did Danny give his painting back? No, 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 no. They do the podcast at my house, so I just keep all the studio stuff here, including the painting and all that. So it's just like it lives here now again. It's pretty funny. I mean, so it goes. Works out for me. And I love, they're my best friends now at this point. And just like before, I mean, it's crazy. Like 5 years ago, I mean, it was almost, we were like friends for YouTube. Now we're just like, hang out with these dudes, like, hang out with them more than literally anybody else. I love them. Really do. Ride or dies. Ah, Danny's a really, really good guy. Leo, he's a really, really good guy too. They're both really good. He's a really good guy to cats. That's JK. I'm just I like to mess around. Okay, come on, babe. This is where we go. Crazy style. This is how you operate tampons, right? Kind of did that functionally incorrect, but the idea remains. Damn it. Well, fuck me. I really don't know how to use tampons very well, do I? All right, boys. Hopefully, it's just boys in here. Bear with me here. Promise you, this is a fucking solid ass technique. Just gotta get it down with my fucking carpal tunnel hands. Welcome to Old Men Painting. 33 years old. Hey, it just makes me a more knowledgeable master, right? I'm doing shit fucking I never would have dreamed of doing, like drinking big gulps on Mother's Day at time is it? Like 3 a.m. Sent help. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Well, it really only works if you go to the plastic thing, so fuck me. Whatever. Should do this instead. Because honestly, I do not need a fuck. I'm just YOLOing so goddamn hard right now. But hey, let's bring the streams back. My 4 viewers in here, y'all the real ones. Soon there's not just gonna be four, there's gonna be 14. And then we're gonna make it to 40. And then we're gonna make it to 4D streams where you're literally gonna be here, you just smell this paint. And I can't even really smell oil paint anymore. It's not crazy. And it is a strong smell. It just kind of runs through my blood. All right, baby, let's get it. Some of that green. True engineer. Man, what you been up to, Dirt McGirt? Man, it's been way too long. I mean, see, what's weird is that it feels like it hasn't been long at all. But like you look at the time of the calendar. Oh my god! Like, what the hell? Why has it been literally 2 fucking years? I hate it. But that's life. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Well, I'm just say fuck it at this point. Aku Machete! That worked out way better in my head. See, what I need right now is a very specific kind of brush, shaped like this. Yeah, there we go. We're lean into those special little secret areas. Mm-mm-mm. Come on, baby. Give me that. Give me that titanium. Wow. Really just fucking used up all my titanium white. Like, what the hell am I gonna do now? Gonna have to go to the art store. Luckily, I have, you know, I was waiting because I didn't want. I learned all this AI shit. I didn't want to be with one of the people replacing like the artists that I like literally am. I'm training this data set on my own art, and people are stealing from me. I'm like, might as well fucking use it too, but it's not very. It's frowned upon in my community. So I was just waiting until the floodgates to open, and they've opened. So now I'm training my own data sets, and I'm not really advertising it, but I don't really have to. There's such a need for AI, music, engineering. Like I operate at a level that is like I'm a studio trained classical musician, classical painter, and highly intelligent with AI. So you do the math. Basically, I know exactly why the timbre of a banjo resonates at that level of the EQ and what to remove and add to it so that it fits into a mix with enough space between a cello somewhere in or really like a bass played in like a folk song when if you wanted to mix it with who knows, some sort of weird avant-garde industrial fucking music concrete. Like I trained from Matmos, like the people who literally are Bjork's sound engineers for Vespertine. So I know the sounds and I, I can make music that sounds exactly like it. And it depresses the shit out of me. And I know what paintings are supposed to look like or what art is supposed to look like. So I can make images with a button that look exactly like what I want it to look like. And that really, I mean, it messed with my head. That's why I've gone for 2 years. Like I'm trying to as my hands fall apart as I get older, 33, I'm just questioning like the state of reality. Everything that I always thought, the future would be. It's like it's not. And I had to come to terms with that, and now I'm okay with it. Now I kind of just have a like a, you know what I really needed to do was I needed to completely remove myself, go on a sabbatical, went to a hermitage for 2 years, and I realized that I didn't really love painting. I didn't love paint. What I loved was the idea of being a painter. I loved being an oil painter, but I didn't really love oil painting. So I had to kind of fall in love with it all over again. And sometimes love is a slow burn, and oil takes a goddamn long time to dry and a lot of time and effort to learn. So finally gotten to a point where my relationship with it is, you know, tumultuous, turbulent, but good. I can watermark on you. Nice. Yes, that would help out a lot. This is pretty much. Yeah, crying about being 33. Are we winging the project? No, no, no. Actually, I am really now what I'm doing is these are mostly just like POV, me talking to my these are like diaries essentially, but you guys being along for my diaries is great. So I'm just documenting this new series that I'm doing, which is I have really the idea is diffusion, approaching AI diffusion. And does it all right, class, for turn to the class now. Does anyone here know what the process of diffusion is? So basically it's how AIs create images using different image generation models. And diffusion is essentially, when you train an AI model to create an image, what you do is you feed it. Let's say you want to make a pair. You give it a bunch of images of pairs, and you take this image and return it to static, just destroy it. Take this and completely unbuild it into pixels, into potential, into Schrodinger's fucking goddamn static in a box, and just let it go. Turn on this television to a channel that it's not supposed to be on in fucking 1998. Get all these different just nothingnesses that's an image has been diffused. But now, after having diffused the pair, you kind of understand because you know how these pixels went into that static, you can find a way to bring them back out of nothingness. And so essentially, you train what's called a LoRa or a checkpoint on enough of these images or any model really, then it will be able to pull that out of static. And in doing so, you get your image. So it's not really making the image, it's rebuilding the lowest common denominator, like neutral of a combination of everything that was destroyed that was originally fed in its data set. So yeah, it's I mean, in a weird way, like we would look at that and we're like, oh, that's so mechanical, methodical, and weird and gross and bad, but it's kind of exactly the way human beings work. I mean, the Nobel Prize was given for pretty much discovering that Einstein was wrong, and we do kind of live in a simulation. Like years ago, if you told me that, I'd be like, oh, okay, all right, fucking psychopath. But well, just look into it and then get back to me. We'll put it like this. I mean, we all know Schrodinger's cat, right? The old thought experiment, like if the cat is inside the box, with poison. Is the cat alive or is the cat dead? It's in a superposition of both states. And the reason this is because it has not rendered. Like literally, we don't live or exist in a world like Einstein thought we did, where everything is already rendered. We just don't. Far, far into the distance, we don't have this package of assets that is completely rendered. And this planet doesn't exist. It's just potential. It's just quantum. It's just static. That we, as conscious beings, or really, if you want to get Descartes within the problem of other minds, really it might just be you listening to this right now. You might be the only one experiencing. I could just be someone speaking to you, speaking to a part of your being that needs to hear this. But yeah, you are currently rendering in the same way that when you're in a video game, you're playing Elden Ring, right? You're just rushing around, going to all different, or maybe you're dropping in somewhere on Fortnite. But think about this. how many steps have you taken? How many things have you built? How far have you run and got but really, how far have you actually gone? You've not gone anywhere. You've not even left the couch. But in a weird way, you feel as though a part of your mind feels as though it's traveled. And that's really at its core what the simulation theory is trying to not trying to, gets at if you look at it in that way. And it's kind of sad to think about that if we are able to build a successful simulation, then that does in fact mean that the likelihood of us being the original simulation is so insanely astronomically low that it is, I just don't want to think about it. That's why I'm talking about it instead to you guys. Or the iPhone says, I need 10K steps to feel indeed. Destroying all your paintings that didn't sell? No, no, no. Um, I am, and sorry for not responding well to the chat, guys. This is really, I want to respond, but these videos are that I'm doing is really just kind of like a video diaries at this point of me being a psychopath. But no, I did this painting a part of a series. It just never really resonated with me. I love these guys, but um, I really want to use this aluminum surface for a new painting that I have in mind. Just wait till you see it. Just wait until you see it. But where was I? Oh, yes, diffusion and quantum, as well as simulation theory. Well, since I'm kind of talking into the void here, or talking into the unrendered quantum state of superposition, really, Einstein, he was so desperate to prove general relativity, and to that, we have time dilation, we have gravity, you know completely changing the flow of time through mass, and the closer you are to a larger state of gravity, time runs differently. But look up every night. We look up. What do we see? The stars. And what are you? You're looking you're looking into something that is just not that isn't even there. 8 minutes if the sun was destroyed before we would even know. So it's like we are constantly seeing into the past. Like every night, we're just looking into the past, and it's kind of insane when you think about it like that. But also, maybe it's not that at all. Maybe we're looking into our rendered version of what we believe is supposed to be something that exists within this render as a state of reality that we are only subscribing to because we don't yet know that we are in a simulation of quantum entanglement and superposition where what comes before and what comes after, those are the two particles that affect one another, because whatever decision is made in between, that is the marriage in the binary universe. So the original Danny Mullen, that kid that years and years ago figured out how to travel to a different dimension. If you guys have seen this video, like he was this insane psycho kid. I think he was on to something. Not gonna lie. I think that I don't know exactly how or what or where or why, and I'm sure you can look into it. But yeah, there's a lot in this world that it's fun to think about, but only once you understand that you don't understand. Once you can come to terms with the fact that your biology will always limit you from understanding entirely, you have to, the understanding of not understanding helps beget acceptance. And honestly, I mean, I like to think positive optimism, practical positive optimism is the best direction to take rather than nihilism in the situation that we live in. But also, streaming and having a diary of my thoughts like this is pretty helpful because God knows nobody in my life wants to hear me talk about this insane rambling. But there's merit to it. I'll tell you what. I might be an insane painter, but this shit, it's real. Maybe. Maybe I'm not real. Maybe you're not real. Maybe you're the only thing that's real. But you know what's real right now to me? This big gulp. Oh, I hope I don't get diabetes. Mm. The salty sea, so goddamn sneaky, so goddamn salty. We need more white. What am I gonna do? Fuck. Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't want to have to do this, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Into the sacred lady cup you go. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Someone smoke weed out of this? Hmm. Hasn't been used now in years. Speaking of weed, yeah. Hey, man, I've been looking for this. Okay, well, all right. Wait, damn it. Hold on, there's gotta be more white oil paint somewhere. What the fuck is this doing here? God. Oh, fuck, dude. Sour cream. Why? Don't ask them. I just accept it. Hmm. Hmm. Come on. Oil paint? Oil paint? Where are you? There's gotta be some oil paint somewhere. Where's Matisse? Matisse! He's always somewhere around doing his old Matisse thing. Matisse! Where are you, buddy? Oh, there you are. Hey, hey guy. Woo. What's that? Just spin. Just spin. You spin? You spin. Bro, come on, spin. Spin for the stream, bro. All right. If you spin, I'll give you some food. You want some food? Spin around. Spin around. He knows what to do. He's just not doing it. Spin. Spin. Give me a slow spin. Just a tiny little spin. Bro, just spin. Just spin. All right. What good are you if you can't even spin? Just kidding. You're the best ever. Hmm. Gotta love Matisse. Where is the white? Hmm. Okay. Something. Oh gosh. Dare I look in here? I haven't been in here in years. It could literally be anything. Fucking hell is all this God damn. Fuck, dude. Oh shit. Ashes. Human ashes. That is a thing. Always gotta have those around. Oh, my bipolar meds, and I ran out of it. But I got new ones, don't worry. Ugh. What else we got? We got a bone. Nice. Good bone. Come on. Sheesh. Nope. Now there should be sound. Hold on. How did you get unmodded now? Standard. Wait, no, you are a mod. I don't understand what's happening in the world. Well, I'm gonna see. Remove a standard moderator, and then I'm gonna add you again. Add as mod. Wait, no, no, no. Shit. Um, add. You're the OG. Add as moderator. You're a managing moderator now, but oh shit. He manages. Manages my heart. Mm. There's got to be some white here somewhere. Come on. Somewhere, please. Oh, criminy. Hmm. Maybe there's some hidden in the world beyond, in the great darkness beyond. Perhaps we should go see. In the great darkness beyond. Hmm. But to go to the great darkness beyond, we'll need some sort of light. I know. There's so many flammable things. That's not a good idea. Hmm. It's fine. No white. Ugh, it's good to be all white. Mm, hmm. Feel like it's got to be white somewhere. It just doesn't make sense. I know I would have white. One more. Just one more white. So now, what the hell, dude? Everybody's losing their mod. Add as moderator. What the fuck? You get managing mod too for the OGs. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. It's fine. White oil paints. Okay. Seriously. In the great beyond. Hello? Paint? Is it paint? Oh, I believe these are just bricks. Just bricks. Although, you know what? The sound of bricks rubbing against one another, one of my favorite noises. It's very nice. But now it's not the time. What time is it? It's time to find white. Man, have I gotten so truly desperate that I'm going to well, what I could do is I could mix I could mix my own white and it would bind in like a glue. And I wouldn't be able to paint on it tonight, but it would work. But who cares about things being archival anyway? Fuck that shit. Man, the world's gonna end in probably 2 years, so Hmm. Oh, well, 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 well. Gonna have to make my own white. How do we do that? Well, we're gonna need a lot of it's called, you could use marble powder. It's kind of heavy. I like to use some, diatomaceous earth, fossil shell flour, just, flour, ground up fossils, ground up shells. It's something. I don't know. It seems to work. The powdered substance that mixed with some sort of oil substrate to create a gluey, slightly opaque thing that adheres to surfaces for oil paint to latch onto rather nicely. As you say so myself. Hmm. But I already have some white paint. Right. Might get a little bit messy, which means I'm gonna have to do it back here. What do we got going on? I need. Hmm. Oh, geez. Actually having a little bit of polyurethane in there would probably pretty good actually for my stickiness purposes. What other things we use? Yeah, why the hell not? Some of that in there. We're doing this. La 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 la. Hmm. Okay. Looking for it. Hmm. Where are you? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Where would you be? Hmm. Hmm. Have you seen a can of what looks like it would be something like a like a can of paint? Paint big or it's not paint actually, it's yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. Whew. Hmm. Where are you, paint? Tricky little thing, aren't you? Maybe there's some white paint over here. You never know where you're gonna find white paint these days. Oh, you know, I've, hmm, hmm. The fuck? What is acrylic paint nonsense? Is it? Hmm, no, it's looking like a no. The white paint. That's okay. Hmm. What about in here? Oh, agent. Well, this is white, isn't it? Let's see. All agent. It is technically like glue. I don't think it would mix very well with oil. Perfect. Yeah, obsessed with Elden Ring, but I haven't played. Yeah. Mm, okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, a razor blade. Why do we keep zooming in? Mm, let's see. It is white. Definitely not oil based. But if it's PVA, then it might mix in the right way if I use some sort of powdered binder of sorts to. Mhm. Would you look at that? I'm just happy. Okay. So there's the glue sizing. See what happens if I. Kind of perfect, actually, what I want because I'm not trying to get anything other than just the stickiness of the surface. I'm just gonna sand down later. Oh, yeah, that in mind. Let's just do it. Just do it the dirty way. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, maybe. Oops. No going back now, boys. De Kooning would be like, "Why did you have sex with my granddaughter in my studio?" I'd be like, "Oh fuck, I shouldn't." Mm, strike that from the record. Hmm. The only solution is I need to quickly mix polyurethane into a whole heckload of, mm, yeah, gotta be quick about it. Polyurethane, brown, essence, powder. It's Everything ground fossil shell powder. And see, this is why I have these streams to remember exactly what materials I used to create the adhesive pigment. And then that. It should. Mm-hmm. And look, no spray paint cap. Yeah, I have to improvise. On. About as good as we're gonna get from that. And then this part. Just eyeball that. What's up with all that white paint? Oh, you think the paint's white? Oh, you think it's paint? It is blue, but opaque blue. So essentially, I need to put something onto the surface that I'll be able to work over top of that can rest on the surface of something that has already been painted with oil without completely deteriorating in a couple years of time unintentionally. So create something completely new. And my calculations are correct. It should work splendidly. Splendidly. What's this? Strength spreads. That. I think we pretty much exhausted all of our options. Really don't know where that pink can went, but that's okay. Okay. Now, check this. Check this out. Scholars will see this and cry. But I kind of love there being paintings and things like underneath some of the coolest pieces of art. You can actually see what's truly what people would probably want to see through these sculptors. I can't remember exactly who or where, why, but they made massive steel sculptures, I believe, steel, but there was just a sliver of silver hidden somewhere within. I don't exactly know where or why or how much, but just the idea that that silver was there. That's really what did it. Yes, exactly what I want. So, you have to be cooler. Do that. Oh, what blue should I use? You can actually quite partial to cobalt, I think. I never really knew how to use it, but the thing about it is use it. It's a warm blue, like ultramarine, but it's really the material of cobalt that is so special. You know, classic, heavy, probably kind of toxic, but everything is. All the good stuff is. As Clivicular would say, this is so insane. I just I don't really talk about it. It's not really a brag, but I did low key discover Clivicular and probably might have had something to do with where he's at right now. Don't ask me how or why. It was really Nimrod and I together. We made terrible, terrible, great things happen, you could say. Ah, like that. What? No. No, probably for the best. Yeah. You know, just for fun, I mean, it's not gonna end up like this, but why don't we do a little bit of automatic painting? What's so interesting? I was actually watching Ex Machina the other day. You seen that with Oscar Isaacs and about like AI going rampant. It brings into question the idea what is automatic painting? It is when the artist allows reality or the laws which govern it to become a part of, in whatever way, automatically making the painting happen, really only because the artist essentially pressed the button to tell reality, okay, you can do this, and it let reality do the rest. That's really Pollock. He decided he wanted to do drip paintings, right? This polyurethane. So, so see what's happening? It's separating because it's not bonding properly with the surface underneath. But that's okay. It doesn't really need to. It's surface adhesive. It'll stick on well enough. I just need to get it to a very thin, powdery sort of. What I'm making is a glue with powder in it. So it doesn't really have to adhere. It is the adherent. And when I sand it, it'll look cool. Trust, bro. Trust. All right, peace out. Hope to see you too. All right, I'm about to end up this stream here, y'all. Thank you for coming through. I'll do more of these in the future. Oh, snap. Did I forget the freaking brush out in the back? Oh, dang. Doggone it. That's okay. Don said I could put a little bit of that. Oh, my wheel. What's a guy to do without a wheel? Bye bye. Here it is. Mm. Is this a good blue for you? Squish into it. And yo, goodness gracious. Golly, gee. That'll do something. Okay. There I am. The hell is that? Doesn't matter. Ooh. We call this one the goo slash of Shrek's demise. Yinuka! It's actually turning out to be exactly the mixture that I wanted. Lucked out. The color's pretty much mixed. My part just to slowly and surely. Oh, paint or not really paint, want adhesive to properly rest on the surface. That'll be it. Start from the start. No, it's all about the material. Making sure the material rests on the surface properly. It's not about the color anymore. That gets exciting. Oh shit, sumo started tonight? Fuck yeah. Good to know. I didn't realize. It really is summer already. Guarantee you, no one else knows this technique. All right, let's try to be methodical about it, which I hate as someone with ADHD. Can we do it? Let's see. All right, let's load it up. You can just go straight through. I ripped on it. Come back to the brush later. No point in dual wielding. Art, hot wife, ex hot wife. I forget. Get art mommy in here. I was good. You know, I haven't talked to him forever. Basically, laying down stucco to the painting that comes on top of this. It's just going to be a completely different painting underneath. Oh my god, my fucking carpal tunnels. Just hate it. Just trying to do my shortcut then. Let's see. How should we approach this? Hmm. Good shortcut would be to use just. Yeah. Quicker with it. Have to wait for it to dry, aren't I? Alright. Yep, it's about time to go to bed, isn't it? God damn, this adhesive is finicky. Finicky, finicky. That as it was made. Should we just say fucking? We can just wait for it to dry and do a couple layers this way. Probably the easiest. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like messing around for the fun of it, and just no point in doing that at this point. Diminishing returns at this point. So. I don't think Brooks is an extrovert. Yes, yeah. You can't really call me an introvert or an extrovert. I'm like an Indian and outie at the same time, you know. I'm a lot of different things. I am unrendered most of the time. So don't put me into any sort of baked in lighting situation, okay? This is not that kind of game. We do not have that kind of computer. But yeah. Do a bunch of layers of this and sand it. Happy. Mhm. This one part here, I hate it. That's okay. The nature of this painting. Games in my rooms. No, come on, dude. Games. Do you have to win? Who really wins at Elden Ring? You know, you kind of just lose a lot of your life playing it because heck, it's a freaking well-made game. But if you get to level like 398, then you're just kind of like autistic and not in the Pokemon Go dad like genius kind of way, but in the like do NOS and live with a methed out cigarette smoking woman who does all your finances for you. All right, it's about time for me to pass the fuck out. You know, it would actually probably be really hilariously easy if I just fucking did a roller for adhesive. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I'm just kind of stupid for not doing that. Let's try that. Mhm. Well. What have we got here? Mm, let's see. Yeah, yeah, and honestly, it's thin, but it does go on kind of evenly. So there's this. And it's kind of beautiful too. What's going on? Especially the orange and green are complementary colors, and then when you tint it with white, and it's so pretty sometimes. When I sand it and like extra stuff to the surface, it's gonna look really cool. Uh, Some of the things that's great about working on aluminum, just sand the shit out of it. It's a very fun surface, and you don't worry about it doing anything. You really punish it. Humble the surface. Okay. Good night. Oh, fucking hand. Ouch. This is on top. Thank you for those who've hung out and watched my paint diary. I'm gonna try to do more of these. And hey, just so you know, don't tell anyone, but if you're one of the 2 people in here, what I'm about to do. Oh, shit. The only person that knows about this little mark right there. See that? There? No one will ever notice except you. Every podcast from the future. That's you. Dedicated that to you. Whoever. In a way, this is kind of like automatic painting. God damn it. Use it. Yeah, baby. Oh, okay. Now, let's dry for a second. Then we'll do the layer, bedtime layer. Oh, no, that peanut's trying to fly away. Not if I have anything to say about it. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh. Well, I'll deal with it later. Yeah. All this floor's got to be redone anyway. How much time do we spend today? I think I think 2 hours as like a goal for like a paint session, paint diary. 2 hours, 2.5 hours is like pretty good session, honestly. Otherwise, it's just kind of get diminishing returns. Got to find out about those fast. Alright, there we go. And then he'll just get some of this freaking cocaine. Pow! That's how you do it, baby. Say hello to my little paintbrush. Frosty. That's pretty much the exact color tone I was going for. Fuck yes. Just a little bit cooler, one more layer. That's some fucking alchemy right there. Still alchemists in this world. Just gotta know where to find them. Right. Let's see. Just to dry a little bit more. Here. And then my mother and grandma are in North Carolina, so I'll probably send them over their Mother's Day present before going to bed. That's hmm. What this needs is a real blast of heat. That's what'll do it. I bet you didn't think you'd be watching a stream where you're just watching paint dry, huh? Now think about your mom. Happy Mother's Day. Look at that thirsty, thirsty surface. That's what I'm going for, baby. Mm, that gets you 3 stars. One, two, three. Jasper Johns. Now, see, this is for branding cows on Lucky Star Farm. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what the hell this is for, actually. I just acquire random things. Part of being an artist. Does that make it hotter or colder? It's hot. Okay. Right. Do the old flippity roo zip zoppity doo. Mm. Back to watching paint dry. Okay. That's gonna take some glue. It'll take a whole 24 hours to truly set, but should be able to do another layer. Top of that, this one will help tone it right to what I want for the painting. Okay, baby. And done. I call it God's joke. Well, that's that for the stream. So, woo! Close one. I don't know. I'm really messing with fire here. Just for the Danny painting painted right next to this, and literally anything could happen. Not even being safe. Whoa. It's all right. The Broad Museum. Yeah, that's true. Good. Good reference. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to head off to bed. So thank you. If I can get this stream to 10 likes, that would be epic. Maybe one day I'll be someone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 9 likes. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me can we get to 10? Can we make it to 10 likes? Woo!